up, guys? Texas Triadic here with another look at some of the figures we got in this week. Today we are looking at the X-Men animated series Gambit 1/6 scale figure from Mondo Collectibles. Now this guy came out, I believe, a month or 2 months ago. I'm not really too sure. Had my eye on him, of course. Definitely. I am loving the X-Men animated series figures that are coming out from Mondo. And this one is an X-Men 97 figure, but in a sense, it will fit in well with the other figures that I haven't had. I already received Sabretooth with my first figure. Then I went ahead and got Gambit, and then Rogue just came in, and now we have Cyclops here. As you can see, it comes in this cool art packaging with basically the stills from the cartoon animated series. Like I said, this one is supposedly based off the 97, which is kind of weird in terms of what they're doing with this line. Like, they're doing some from the regular animated series, from 97. So in a sense, they basically balance off to being from the animated series, which is one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. So it's cool to have this. So like I said, you can see the box here in this beautiful white with the character art right here in the front saying the X-Men and of course 97. And this is definitely the exclusive version. I had to get the exclusive version. The regular version was kind of cool, but the reason being, just like Tila, there's a couple of things I think I really wanted on this one than the regular one. So went ahead and dropped a couple of bills on eBay to grab this. A pretty good deal. Like I said, not exactly what it was selling for in the beginning, but to me, a decent deal. It wasn't, I didn't spend a whole lot of money. Well, I did, but not overly. You know what I'm trying to say? Not, twice as much as what it's worth. But anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and look at the side. As you can see, has that 1/6 scale collectible on there, and then the X-Men 97 on there, and Mondo 1/6 scale. And then on the back you have basically, more stills and stuff like that. I'm not sure what that other character is. Let's see what it says. It says on here. Close up on Kosar as he stares the viewpoint. Kosar. I guess, like I said, this is probably, I have not finished watching the new animated series yet, which I probably need to since I'm off for work. So I need to go ahead and do that. But like I said, it's, based on that, but I think the figure fits in well with the regular animated series. And on the bottom, you see all the cool people that made what this figure is. So it's really cool that, we're getting this kind of fun stuff. So let's go ahead and, as you can see, and of course this opens up. This box is very big. It barely fits into my wonderful, yeah, this is... Definitely got to invest in a different, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera just a second. As you can see, here's a bio of everything going on. Scott Summers, you can read that later. And as you can see, the animated series Cyclops, rebellious Wolverine influenced the X-Men and X-Men hunting. Okay. And as you can see, there's a character in the packaging by itself, looking super cool. Loving all the colors and everything that's coming out. So I'm just can't wait to get this bad boy out of the box and get a closer look. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, since he's pretty big and he doesn't really fit on my, photo box, we're just going to go ahead and do different segments, But let's go ahead and get a closer look at that head sculpt. As you can see, look how gorgeous this is. I mean, he is a handsome devil. And, it's just, and of course, articulating side to side, down. He has a really pretty good, oh, I popped it out. Well, going back is not too much, but going forward and stuff like that, which is kind of a shame, because doesn't he shoot up? Wouldn't he, it would go up, but anyway. And then look at that beautiful hair. There's like, it's brown, and then you got the lighter brown on top, and then you got those other browns. So really, really nice. Like I said, just gorgeous. Looking at the chest, I mean, look at all, he is built And of course, you got this, I guess these outlining of the shell shading here, which looks really nice all the way down. Then you got the arms, looking gorgeous. I mean, and this is double jointed elbows from what I understand. The first time, I'm not sure if, did Rogue have double jointed elbows? I'm not sure. I don't think she did. And then I got to check on Gambit, but I don't know if they did. I don't think they did. So there's a lot of possibility you can do with this guy. He's got the fist, and the cool thing about it is you can see you have that shell shading right there, the lines on his gloves that look really, really cool. Then he's got these cuffs, you know, and that other yellow cell shading here also. Then you got the harness, which has the X-Men insignia here. It goes all the way down to the belt. Really, really cool. And of course, you got the other arm. So they're all blue here, and you got more black to highlight that, which is cool. I think there's a little bit more black than I like, you know, because I mean, you got to pose him in certain ways, but it still looks really nice though. And then, of course, you got the trunks and that mustard kind of yellowish, you know. Then you got the thighs, the big legs on him. He's really muscular. Now, these are the side things, but the problem with these is they're very loose, so they keep falling, which I'm kind of annoyed by because they've fallen quite a bit. I don't understand why this is not glued in. You got to really push it up and get it in there so it could stay up, because if not, it's going to fall. Then you got the legs, of course, double jointed also. Very smooth, which is great, because a lot of times I hear the clack and I get worried with these figures. And then down to the boots, as you can see, has the bootstraps here, you know. Oh, it doesn't want to go. It's supposed to go up and down. And there, I forgot to show the feet. You got the Marvel and then the Mondo. It doesn't say it was made in China or anything. Yeah. So yeah, it's really, really cool. This is really tight, so maybe you want to do hot water on it, but he poses pretty well. So let me get and show him all the accessories that he comes with. You can start. I can maybe put him to the side right here. He's so big. He doesn't fit in the camera. Okay, so it does come with a lot of stuff. This is the limited version, so he does come with a lot of cool accessories and heads and all that. So let's go ahead and check. First of all, let's get the hands out of the way, because there's a bunch of them, obviously. But the cool thing about it is there's so many things you can do with him, and that's the really neat thing. So he has these pointy finger hands. He got 2 of them. Or you can say loser. Loser! Put him right here so he can... Yeah, he's falling off. Then he comes with these other fingers like this. So basically, you hold his visor to show that he's about to shoot his laser. Shoot his laser. Then he has these open hands here. And like I said, I love that the fact that you get, there's so much detail in the hands. So it's really cool. I really like that. Hands, hands, hands. And then he has this kind of weird, slightly open hand. I'm not too sure what that one goes with, but I'll go with that. Now he comes with also some different type of visors. Now, the way it works is his blast effects go through the visors. So, I gotta figure out, okay. Because there's more than one head. So here's one of them that's open. And basically the blast effect goes through that. So I'll show you that in just a second on how that works. Then he has this big one. So there's 2 of them. So actually there's a head sculpt that goes with that. And I'll show you in a minute. And I think this goes on his neck, the back of his neck, when he's wearing the sunglasses. So I think so. I believe so. And then he has the one with the little, about the spark that's about to hit, you know, right before he shoots. All right. Let's go look at the head sculpts. He comes with a sentinel head. So basically in one of the episodes, he had a dream that he was a sentinel. So I believe this visor goes with this one, which is kind of weird because there's no cell shading on this one. It's just yellow. But, you know, as you can see, it goes on there, you know. And the way it works, you just pop them out and you just put the new one in. And then, oh, that's upside down. Put that one in, and then you put the blast effect on there. So I'll show that in just a second. So here's that head. And then he comes with an angry head or action head that looks really nice. I really like this one. And then, like I said, you just pop that off, and you can either pose this one or this one. And like I said, in a minute, I'll show you exactly how the head sculpts work. And then he got a regular head that is just his face sculpt with red eyes, which is really cool. And as you can see, there's an indentation here on each side, a hole. And that is for his cool sunglasses. So... and it's cool because of this gap or this hole that's in the head is not as noticeable as, let's say, Baroness from Classified, the retro version. She had that big hole. Yeah, let's see. Hold on. There we go. Looking really cool. All right. And then now let's look at this. I guess this is a hot cocoa mug with marshmallows or coffee with that's a lot of smoke, I guess. It's something I don't really want. I'm not really interested in too much. I'm going to keep this head down. And then let's look at, before we get to the blast effects, let's look into one of the reasons why I got the limited, because I really like this is a really cool pose with him. And that's why the 3-pack of the Lover's Triangle I wanted, but I never got. And that's because of the leather jacket thing. So basically this goes over. So I'm really excited to put that on him. And he is really like saying, nope, I'm not staying, I'm falling. That's really, really cool. That's the piece that goes over his body. And then he's got 2 removable hands that are also articulated. And it has a X-Men insignia. So now Rogue is not the only one that will have, you know. Let's put these up here so we can look at the blast effects. All right, so, everything just kind of lights off. Sorry. All right, so we got 3 different ones. So we got this one here. So basically what it is just like if you're shooting 3 times, kind of like an action effect. And the way it works is you just basically just put it in here. Oh, wait. Is that how? Or wait. Oops, I messed up. Not there. You got to put the visor first. The visor fell off. I was like, wait a minute. That didn't look right. So you put the visor on, and then you put the effect in. And it should stay. So he is shooting, you know, with this one. It's pretty cool. And then you have a single one, which I might pose with him. And it comes out like that. And it works on both head sculpts, so you can put it on this one as well. Just gotta be careful because this plastic could pop off. Okay, I think I had it upside down. Well, this one doesn't go all the way in. That's weird. Huh. This one doesn't go all the way in. Not that I'm gonna use this, so, oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. And then this one is the exclusive. So exclusive came with the leather jacket part, this head. I'm trying to remember what other, and then I think that's it. Plus this big old thing. Now, of course, this is pretty cool, but the only problem I think would be is him shooting that and then being top heavy. But let's get it in here. So crazy how they develop these kinds of things. Trying to get it on the head. I had some hard time trying to get, well, why is it not? Oh, I got it. There we go. Look at this thing. It's huge. It's definitely like if he shoots this at a building. It's crazy. All right. So what I'm gonna do, because I should have done this with the other Mondo figures and I didn't, is I'm basically gonna go ahead and do some different poses and actually show them in the review, because I think that's what I should have done with some of the other ones, so you can see exactly the different things that you can do with it. So I'll get those in, and then I'll get my final thoughts on the Mondo 1/6 scale X-Men 97 Cyclops figure.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
All right, here's my final thoughts on Cyclops from Mondo. This one is actually, like I said, one of my favorites. It was actually fun to pose and do different things with him. Unfortunately, his right fist for me to take out did break. So I have to contact Mondo to get a replacement. But other than that, I mean, you know, he's freaking awesome. I'm telling you, like, I'm loving this character a lot. He does come with a figure stand, but I think fortunately with this one, I don't think I'll need it because he did standing on his own. I was trying to figure out which different poses I was going to do when I put him, you know, up on the shelf. I was going to do the whole jacket thing, but I didn't want to really risk taking off those fists to put the gloves on. So I might have to heat those up. But this looks like really like a cool, spectacular pose that I already have him on right now. This one is really, like I said, top notch. I'm excited about him. Definitely one of my favorite figures in the line. He might actually, you know, he's definitely going to make the top 10 figures of the year because I did get him this year. So, you know, anyway, yeah, I mean, it just continues. I'm looking forward to, I know Nightcrawler came out and I hope they release a regular version because I did want that one. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to grab him at that time. So hopefully I can still get Nightcrawler. I do want that one. I am also looking also at Magneto, Jubilee. And I'm looking forward to just having them come out with Storm and Colossal. We need Colossal. So let's see how it goes. So what do you guys think? Do you guys collect this line? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, we will see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.